Graham Thomas. There's a raft of international competition at the moment, the full test level, 18s, under-21s, and Wales have won just about everything bar that one game against France. Friday night they played Italy at under-19s level, and we went there too.
Line up if you want to be a World Cup star. The under-19s is the place to be. After all, they have a World Cup every year at this age group, and last year Wales reached the final. Italy can't match that pedigree, and they're not used to the rain and wind of Mountain Ash. They also found Wales number 8 Andrew Lloyd a handful, his power and penetration giving Wales a consistent target of attack. But rather like their seniors, Wales find difficulty when it comes to recycling the ball. It meant they had to rely heavily on the boot of outside half David Lewis, and their captain proved why his club Wasps think he could be the next Gareth Rees. But although Lewis's boot gave Wales an early lead, the first try came from Italy. A neat dummy scissors in midfield enabled wing Gonzalo Canale to go in through the front door. That was the calm before the storm broke out between the forwards. The touch judge showed his pace, but no cards were shown. Number 8 Lloyd, who signed for Bath, continued to play the Scott Quinnell role to good effect, and he laid on the platform for Wales' first try. But it still needed the backs to show better footwork than handling. Rees with the first hack forward, taken on by centre Paul Fisher, and then finished off by wing Lyndon Johnson. That made it 25-10 to Wales and broke the Italian resistance. 2 more Lewis penalties followed before he showed a little more variety to his game by jinking through for a try of his own. Close-cropped replacement Giorgio Indoppa cut up a little too rough at a ruck, and he was then sent off for stamping. That gave Wales encouragement for an easy final try. Replacement Damien Hudd of Abertillery benefiting from a well-controlled line-out. Lewis landed his 3rd conversion to add to a try, 2 drop goals and 6 penalties for a personal tally of 35 points. Enough to almost satisfy coach John Bevan.
David does have the ability to go that extra 5 yards, so he's turned in the defence quite well. And he has the ability to drop a goal, sometimes perhaps too much.
Yeah, there's room to improve tonight, and we played well in the conditions and we had used to the wind when we had to. The line-up ball that we had was much better than last week, and there's still room to improve with the forwards and the backs, and individually my decision making needs to improve, but I was quite pleased in my overall game, especially my kicking, so it was good, very pleased.
Does Graham Henry have an input to this level?
Well, I'm sure I'd take his advice on board, and if I thought that, perhaps our team would be suited to a different way, I'd try and persuade him that my way is right, and I'm sure he wouldn't come and try and impose his way anyway. He'd have enough respect for the coaches, and if he did feel something strongly, Graham, I'm sure, would come and say, have you thought about doing it this way? And then we discuss it.
John Bevan doing it his way within the 19s.
Yeah, they're very successful, and we have been always successful at that level, and it is important, getting a good grounding and moving on. It was sad to hear that most of the players I mentioned, one was in Wasps, one was in Bath, so, and I don't think he'd be too happy being the next Gareth Rees. He'll have to eat a few more pies if he wants to be the next Gareth Rees. But, it's, the thing is that worries me that we don't, when they believe that, they go into a bit of the wilderness, so then we have to grasp them, and make sure that, we try and push them in the right direction and lead them, pull them through.
Well, there's a good career there now, and at this sort of sub-test tier, we'll be there. England A against...
We'll look ahead to Wales against England in just a moment, but first the young pretenders, the Welsh under-19 side, and their convincing 60-0 win over Canada. Bob is the commentator at the Knoll.
Luke takes 4, Canadian ball of course, lining up for Wales though in this game. Wales' main target in the line-out, he wears 4, Ryan Jones 5. And the ball there for Dwayne Peel, out to David Lewis from Wasps. And a lovely entry into the line by Dylan Peel, the fullback. Oh, that's an excellent start by Wales. Take 4, the main target again. Andrew Lloyd, the number 8. Oh, that's beautifully done by Wales. And Dwayne Peel the Tanetti man gets in at the corner. Lovely score. David Lewis, good angles of running. And it's Nathan Brew, the neat boy. Straightening up is Paul Fisher. Third try for Wales. And even full steam ahead now. To Lewis. Lyndon Johnson, 14, lining up on the left. And a long-range effort for Wales this time. And the Canadians have absolutely no answer to their pace and power. Canada losing the ball in contact. And Fisher switching things up from fullback. Again is Dylan Pugh. That's a beautifully worked pass. Out to the replacement, Richard Musto. Shrugs off the tackle. And gets in at the corner. Wales taking the opportunity then to bring 5 or 6 replacements on. And it's one of those, Musto, who's in already for his second score. Once again, the ball goes right. And it's another replacement, the Cardiff man, Owen Ashman, who seals the victory for Wales.
No real need to remind you about next weekend at Twickenham. It's one of the best days in the sporting calendar. It's England